Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. Welcome to CJ Reads Books. I am CJ, and today I'm here to review Gwendy's Final Task by Richard Chizmar and Stephen King. This is the final book to the trilogy, to the Gwendy trilogy. It starts out with Gwendy's button box, and then Gwendy's magic feather, and finally Gwendy's final task. So, in this review, I'll be reviewing this book and then I'll make a separate video about the trilogy. So, with that, let's get into it. It was so cool to finish a series because it feels like you wrapped up and made a complete circle out of it. It is so amazing how that happens and how that works out. So, Gwendy's final task is set as fiction, fantasy, horror, mystery, science fiction, thriller, adventurous. It follows Gwendy, who is now 30 years older from what she was. She was, I think, in her mid 30s last book, so she is about 65 in this book. Um, Unfortunately, she is suffering from some Alzheimer's, and the button box is helping her in the ways that it needs to help her. In short, she gets entrusted with a box that does good things and bad things for her and the people around her and all that stuff. It talks about how she has been set up to be this force in the world, whether a good force or whether a bad force. She is still that force that keeps the world together. This one, again, like I said in my shorter review, this one is a little more political in it. She is a senator, um, and she is going up into space to do senator things and weather things and all that stuff. But Stephen King adds dairy to the story, and if nobody is a Stephen King fan, dairy is where the story It took place. So I think that's really cool how he made the universes just combined and stuff. It's really awesome the way authors do that. Yeah, I wrote the back and forth timeline. It still drives me nuts. Like the to the past and to the future, especially when it's not clearly defined. It drives me nuts because I spent like the first like paragraph reading it and I'm like, wait, what is it talking about? And then it took me a minute to realize that they had jumped back in the past, and I was like, oh, okay, that's that timeline. So I rearrange in my brain, and then I read the next chapter, which are short, which is great. Short chapters are great, but when you're jumping around timelines and back and forth and past and present, blah 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 blah, it gets confusing. It really does, no matter how short the chapters are. This book was a little harder to get through than the first two. The first two were super short, if I can remember. This one was a little longer, and it took a little bit of a longer time to get through, but it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed it. Um, it took me a minute to want to continue reading because there were a lot of details, minus the plot holes and stuff like that. So there were a lot of details going into it, but after moving past the detail part, it got a lot easier to read. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. I was going to bump it down to 2 because just wasn't getting as into it. But a lot of, self sacrifice, a lot of um, doing what's right in the book. And I think I enjoyed that the most out of all of that. Richard Chizmar and Stephen King did a fantastic job co-oping on this too. It was awesome. So with that, I think that's concludes my review. Um, like I said again, I will be making a separate video about all three, spoilers included, at least how many spoilers that I remember being in it. But yeah, thank y'all so much for continuously supporting me and watching my reviews. All my buttons are below, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've got a couple links down in the description below on my Etsy shop. There's my Discord. Um, you can buy me a coffee um, and a lot of other stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for continuing on this journey with me. It is so much fun to complete books and to talk about books, especially like I'm such a bookaholic, and it like a lot of people around me in my real life is like, wow, you read a lot of books, and I'm like, 'cause I enjoy it. I enjoy diving into a world um, that is filled with amazingness and awesomeness. So thank y'all. I couldn't do it without the support of y'all. But yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.